Test, test. Go ahead and put the microphone real close to your mouth.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, then we're going to set our transponder to standby. So it's already on standby. And your transponder is how they see us on radar. Alright, then go ahead and take your control yoke, your wheel here, and just move it all the way to the left. And all the way to the right. And then move it completely forwards and fully backwards. There we go, just all the way back. There we go. We're just making sure it doesn't get bound up on anything in here.
Yeah.
Right, then we're going to set our trim. So if the airplane's nose heavy and we're having to pull back to keep the nose level, we don't want to pull back all the time. So we're going to use that trim tab on the tail, and we're going to move that trim tab with this wheel right here. So for nose up trim, we're going to rotate it this way, and for nose down trim that way. And I'll handle that mostly for the first time. Right, and for takeoff, we want it set to neutral. So I'm going to move this so it's at neutral. Right, next we're going to get our weather. So we're going to listen to something called ATIS. It's a recording made by the tower. So it'll have like weather, closed runways, anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tune up the frequency for that.
Short instructions and altitude assignments. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Zulu. Evansville Airport information, Zulu 1654 Zulu. Wind 360 at 10, gust 18. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few clouds at 3,700. 6,000 overcast. Temperature 14, dew point 5. Altimeter 3003. ILS runway 4 and visual approach in use. Landing runways 4 and 36. Use caution for numerous bird activity in the vicinity of Evansville Airport. NOTAMs, crane 2 miles south, Evansville Airport 200 feet, AGL. Additional crane, half mile east of approach end, runway 18, 110 AGL. Hazardous weather information for Evansville area is available on flight service frequencies. All Evansville departures contact clearance delivery on 126.6 prior to taxi. VFR departures advised of on-course heading in degrees, requested altitude, and type of aircraft. Read back all runway hold short instructions and altitude assignments. Advise on initial contact if you have information, Zulu.
Okay, so they gave us all of our weather information. And they gave us an altimeter setting, so we always set our altimeter to the local altimeter setting. It's just the barometric pressure, so you want to set that in there, that way it reads correctly.
Yeah.
Right, then we're going to get our clearance. Do you want to set the frequency in there?
Yeah.
So you'll use the big knob to change the first number, and then use a little knob to change the second number. So it's 126.6 for Evansville clearance delivery. .126, so the first number. Go ahead and change that one.
Oh, okay.
There you go. All right, and then go ahead and hit that button. That'll make it active. All right, so now we're on Evansville clearance delivery. So I'm going to call up Evansville clearance, and I'm just going to let them know what we want to do. So we want to do a VFR city tour at 1,500.
All right.
And I'll give them our heading and stuff. Is that blocking out the noise good enough with that your hat on?
Yeah. All right.
It's not too loud or anything.
Oh.
It'll get louder.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and call them up. Evansville clearance delivery, Cherokee 287 Papa, VFR city tour, on course heading 225, 1,500, type Piper Cherokee with information Zulu.
Cherokee 287 Papa, Evansville clearance, maintain VFR at or below 2,000, expect higher with departure. Departure frequency 127.35, squawk 0312.
Maintain VFR at or below 2,000, departure frequency 127.35, squawk 0313, Cherokee 287 Papa.
Cherokee 87 Papa, that squawk is 0312, 0312, press the read back.
0312, Cherokee 287 Papa.
Cherokee 87 Papa, readback is correct, and can you say that requested altitude on course again, and your requested altitude?
1,500, heading 225, 287 Papa.
Cherokee 87 Papa, roger, contact departure safe flight.
Contact for taxi 287 Papa.
Cherokee 87 Papa, contact tower 118.7.
Tower 118.7, 287 Papa. Alright, so she gave us her squawk code. So that's a code that she wants us to put in the transponder here, just so she knows who we are when she sees us on radar.
Yeah.
At the end there, she said contact departure, I thought, but said contact tower. Right, so she wants us to stay at or below 2,000. So we can't go above 2,000 until they tell us to. We're only going to 1,500.
All right.
Then she gives a departure frequency. So when she tells us to switch to departure, we're going to switch to that frequency.
Yeah.
Right, so let's go ahead and put our transponder code in there. I'll let you do that. So 0312. Right, and then we'll set it to altitude. There you go. That's good. Just make sure it's on. And good.
Oh.
Right, so now they can see our altitude as well as our position.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to set our flight instrument. So your airspeed indicator, this tells you how fast you're going. So whenever we start rolling down the runway, once we hit 65 miles per hour right there, I want you to start pulling back. And
65.
until we fly off the runway.
Okay.
Right, and then we're going to check our attitude indicator. Should be straight and level. That's good. We already set our altimeter. Turn coordinator, the airplane should be level since we're not turning.
Okay.
And the ball should be centered.
It is.
And we're going to check our heading indicator here, and we're going to align this with our compass here. So I'm going to push in on that knob and twist it, and that's how you move that. So we're going to line that up. There we go. And this one's a navigation instrument. We're not going to use that. And you can go and turn our strobes on if you want. That's the flashing lights.
Yep.
All right, and then we're going to contact tower for taxi.
All right.
So tower frequency is 118.7, which it's already in there. You can just hit the white button. There you go. Yep, you had the right. Yep, now it's active. Right, and then we're going to get our taxi clearance. Evansville Tower, Cherokee 287 Papa at Tri-State Radio taxiing.
Cherokee 287 Papa, Evansville Tower, runway 36, taxi via Charlie.
36 via Charlie, Cherokee 287 Papa. Right, so we're...
Papa, Evansville altimeter 3002.
Roger, 3002, 287 Papa. All right, so we're going to taxi to runway 36 right here. Go ahead and look here. So that's where we are, where the airplane is. So we're going to go south. So we're going to pull out of here and we're going to take a right. And we'll go down here to runway 36. All right, so we're cleared to taxi. So let's go ahead and check right and left, make sure wingtips aren't going to hit anything. And we're not going to use this. We're just going to use the pedals to steer when we're on the ground. All right, let's wait for this fuel truck to go by. All right, go ahead and put your toes on the brakes, and I'll release your parking brake. All right, and when you're ready, go ahead and pull out here and push on that left pedal, and that'll steer us around to the left. So you can go and let go of the brakes, and we can go. And I'll just add just a little bit of power. All right, just push on that left pedal. Yep, we'll just go straight out there. You see that sign way out there? Where those flashing lights are, kind of? Let's just go straight for that. Then we'll check our wingtips real close since we're in a confined area. Right, you see that yellow center line up there off to the left? We're going to get on that center line, and then we're going to hang a right. It'll fork to the right, and we're just going to follow it around to the right.
All right.
Right, we'll check for traffic. Go check left, and then check over here.
No traffic.
Right, push on that right pedal. And then we'll just ride right on that yellow center line all the way down. It goes all the way down to runway 36. A little bit of left pedal. Right, we'll just stay right on top of that center line. So we'll just kind of follow it as it makes its turns and stuff.
All right.
EVAT 4, you're down with 1836. EVAT 4% on runway 927, all associated taxiway, code for 1836.
Follow it left or right?
Right. Right, you see that sign way up there?
Yep.
So about 15 feet before we get to that sign, we'll stop.
Alright.
Right, you can go ahead and get on the brakes. A little less brakes. They're pretty sensitive. And we'll pull up just a little bit closer, so we're within about 15 feet of those lines on the pavement up there.
Yeah.
We'll get just a little more to the right, so we're on that yellow line. There we go, this is fine. Right, a little less brakes. Those brakes are real sensitive, so you just barely have to touch them. Right, now we're going to do our run-up checklist. I'll go ahead and set your parking brake.
Alright.
Right, so we're going to make sure we're on the right frequency, which we are, and I went ahead and put our next frequency in there.
Yeah.
That's ready to go. All right, go ahead and hold our brakes nice and firm. All right, go ahead and take your throttle and power up to about 2,000 RPM. So just smoothly push that forward until we're up to 2,000. There you go, that's close enough. Oh, that's real good. All right, we're going to check our engine instruments. So oil pressure's in the green,
yep.
Oil temperature's in the green,
Alright.
Fuel pressure's in the green.
Yep.
Ammeters is above 0, so we know our alternator is working. That tells us how much our alternator is charging our battery. And then we're going to check our suction gauge. We went 4.5 to 6 inches. That's for the vacuum system for the gyros in these two instruments. So that's good. All right, then I'm going to check our magneto. So I'm going to check each magneto, and the RPM should drop more than 150, and the engine shouldn't get too rough either.
Yep.
All right, there's the first one. All right, the RPMs came back. All right, I'll check the other one. All right, so RPMs didn't drop more than 150, that's good. All right, carburetor heat, so that knob right there, go ahead and pull on that, and that'll turn your carburetor heat on. You should get a drop in RPMs. All right, that's working, so we can push that back in, your RPM should come back. There we go. All right, go ahead and power down to 800 to 1,000 now.
Power down?
Yep.
800 you said?
Huey 1 Romeo Sierra, Evansville Tower, make straight into taxiway Charlie at Delta, taxiway Charlie at Delta, clear line.
All right, so our trim is set. Oil temperature's safe, it's in the green. Right, here's your flap handle. So we want flaps up for normal takeoff, so we're just going to let the handle down, that's flaps up.
Yep.
Right, and then remember once we hit 65, that's when we start pulling, nice and smooth, just like that until we fly off. And we're going to raise the nose just high enough to cover up the trees and stuff off the end of the runway with the panel here. That way we don't get the nose too high or too low. So we'll just kind of cover up the trees and stuff. All right, and then we'll climb out. Our final climb speed is going to be 95, so we'll accelerate.
Wind 360 at 11. All
right. Accelerate to 95. All right, and transponders on altitude.
Yep.
All right, strobe lights are on.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and push the mixture all the way forward.
Right.
All right, fuel pump on.
Fuel pump on.
And landing light on. And the door is shut and the window is shut, so we're ready to go.
Yep.
All right, so you want to get our takeoff clearance? I can do it if you don't want to.
Yeah, you should probably do it.
All right. Evansville Tower, Cherokee 287 Papa, runway 36, ready for takeoff.
Cherokee 287 Papa, Evansville Tower, hold short runway 36, landing traffic north of the field.
Hold short 36, 287 Papa. All right, so he wants us to hold short, so he's got someone landing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's that helicopter. The helicopter we saw earlier.
Yeah. Try to keep us on the center line, right?
Yep.
Center line of the run.
And we'll steer on the center line with the pedals while we're on the ground.
Cherokee 287 Papa, wind 360 at 11, turn left heading 310, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Runway 36, clear for takeoff, left to 310, Cherokee 287 Papa. All right, so let's go ahead and check the approach path, make sure it's clear. Go ahead and look over here, make sure no one's coming.
Nope.
Make sure no one's on the runway.
Nope.
All right, we're clear for takeoff, and he wants us to make a left turn after we take off to heading 310, but I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and steer with the pedals, and this center line will steer around to the left, so just follow.
Proceed on all associated taxiways and 927, hold short over on 1836.
And we'll steer left once we get up here.
Yeah.
Right, you see those white arrows on the runway? We'll just line up with those.
All right.
Yep. That's your center line. All right, so put your left hand on the yoke, just like it is, and your right hand on the throttle. There you go. All right, and we're going to go to full power.
Roger, working on that full time for you.
Full power. Push that all the way forward. All right, and we're steering with our feet. And then wait for 65 miles per hour.
5, pulling up.
There's 65, good. Start pulling, keep pulling until we fly off. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. There you go. And just cover up those trees down there with the panel. So we'll get the nose just a little lower. And we'll put some trim in there just to help out if it needs it. Woo! Alright, we'll climb out at 95. Yep, we'll just keep the wings level, so a little bit of right. I'll tell you when to start the turn.
Alright.
We'll just get a little higher before we turn. Alright, I think we're high enough. We can go and turn fuel pump off and landing light off.
Fuel pump off, landing light off.
Alright, and then we can go and start our turn. So we're going to make sure it's clear out there. And we'll start our turn.
Alright, let's turn.
And we'll go to 310. Do you know what that is?
3-0?
310, right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we're almost there.
Cherokee 287 Papa, contact departure.
Contact departure, 287 Papa. Alright, so hand off the departure. We're going to switch.
Alright.
Evansville departure, Cherokee 287 Papa, 1,300 for 1,500.
Cherokee 287 Papa, Evansville departure, radar contact, Evansville altimeter 3002. Proceed on course, and altitude your discretion.
Proceed on course, altitude at discretion, 287 Papa. Alright, we can go and turn left and we'll head straight for downtown. And we'll go ahead and level off right here so you can go and lower the nose while you're doing that.
Alright.
And Cherokee 287 Papa, altitude.
1,500, 287 Papa.
Cherokee 287 Papa, roger. Stop altitude squawk. Altitude differs by 2,600 feet. We're showing you at 4,100.
Roger, stop altitude squawk, 287 Papa. Transponder's not giving the right altitude. Alright, that's fine. We'll head straight for the river over there, and we'll pull our power back to 1 2400 to 2500, that's our cruise power setting.
Alright.
Right, we'll just level off right here.
Ooh.
Right there. There we go. Easiest way to keep the wings level is just look at the horizon out there and look at the panel and just keep those level. Are you having to push forward or backwards at all?
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and let go. There we go. Looks like the nose wanted to go down. So so that means you're having to hold back to keep the nose level. So that means we need some nose up trim.
Alright.
So I'm gonna put some nose up trim in. There. See how much easier that is?
Oh yeah.
Now you don't have to hold back. All right, let's take a look for traffic out there. And we'll take a look out this way. All right, and when you're ready, you can go and steer towards the river.
Alright.
And when we turn, we'll pull back just a little bit, because when we turn, the nose wants to come down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, you see that highway right there going in that direction?
Yep.
That's the Lloyd Expressway, so we'll just parallel that, we'll just follow that.
Alright. Pull up a little bit.
Central aircraft, Mission Alpha, current is altimeter 3002.
And we'll let that nose down just a little bit. You're probably pulling back just a little bit much in the turn.
Yeah,
There's the airport over there.
Oh wow. Not even that far.
There's a river over here. See that barge?
Oh yeah.
But you'll notice that we're kind of drifting to the right. And you can see the Lloyd Expressway there, and you can kind of tell that we're drifting.
Oh yeah.
So the wind's out of the north, so if we turn a little bit to the left, go and turn just a little bit into the wind. Right, go and level the wings right about there. If we turn into the wind, that'll keep us from drifting.
Yeah.
So now you notice if you look out there, we're not drifting anymore.
Yeah.
And then if we have a stronger wind, we would turn more into the wind.
Yeah.
That's Highway 41 right there that we're getting right across.
Oh.
That's the runway we took off on, that one we're looking right down.
Oh. Wow.
Right, let's look for traffic over here. And then we'll sweep out here. Then we'll look over here. Always want to keep our eyes out looking for traffic. I think we might need a little nose down trim. Looks like the airplane's wanting to climb, so
Yeah.
I'll put a little nose down trim in.
Oh. Oh.
Getting ready to cross Green River Road here. This road. That's the mall right there.
Oh wow. Looks smaller from up here. A lot smaller.
Looks like our power's just a little bit high. We went about 2400 to 2500, so I'll just pull your power back just a little bit.
Alright.
Right, this next highway we're getting ready to cross, that's I-69. So once we fly across I-69, we can go and turn in, or you can turn in now if you want.
Oh, okay.
I'll just let them know we're coming back in.
Alright.
Cherokee 287 Papa inbound, full stop.
Cherokee 7 Papa, roger, enter right base runway 36, contact tower 18.7.
Right base 36, contact tower, Cherokee 287 Papa. Evansville Tower, Cherokee 287 Papa, 1,700, 1,400.
Cherokee 287 Papa, Evansville Tower, wind 350 at 11, runway 36, clear land.
Runway 36, cleared land, Cherokee 287 Papa.
EMET 4, hold
We're
short,
going to turn
runway
this a little
1836.
bit more left there. So you see Whirlpool out there, that big factory with the white roof, the blue building with the white roof.
Blue building, white roof. Yep.
Let's head straight for that, straight for this edge of it. Just like that, right there. You head. Yeah, that's good. There we go. All right, and we're going to come down just a little bit lower. So what you can either lower the nose, or we can just reduce power a little bit, and that'll do it too. All right, we're going to go to 1,400. Then we'll level off. That's traffic. That's traffic pattern altitude at Evansville. So we're going to land on the same runway we took off on.
Oh, sweet.
So we're going to enter right base. I'll go and bump your power back up now that we're at our altitude. All right, there's your runway straight out there. Kind of going in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fly 90 degrees to it, perpendicular to it, and then we're going to turn right on the final approach.
Alright.
All right, we're getting a little bit closer, so let's go ahead and start slowing down. So go ahead and pull your power. Yep, pull your power to about 1,500 RPM. There we go, that's fine. All right, go put 2 notches of flaps in. There we go, and bump your power back up about 1,900 RPMs or so. All right, and then we're going to slow to 80 miles per hour. So we're going to raise the nose to slow down. And then we'll put nose up trim to help us out. That way we don't have to work as hard.
Alright.
Right, we're getting a little closer into your runway, so let's go to full flap. So go ahead and pull that until you get your last click. There you go. And turn your fuel pump and landing light on.
Fuel pump. Light.
Right, we'll wait just a little bit longer before we turn in.
Alright.
Verify 287 Papa, clear to land.
Cherokee 287 Papa, affirmative, wind 010 at 12, runway 36, clear land.
36, clear to land, 287 Papa. Right, we're just going to aim right for where you're aiming for, right for those numbers, basically.
Alright.
And we'll keep the movement as little as possible. Let the airplane do most of the work.
Alright.
Right, just a little bit of left in there. I think we got a little bit of a left crosswind, not much.
Oh, yeah.
And since we're just a little bit high, I'm going to pull power just a little bit.
Alright.
looks like we're sinking a little bit, so I added some power. We always control our altitude with the power when we're coming in to land. If we're too low, we're going to add power. If we're too high, we're going to reduce power.
Yeah.
Speed's good. Right. A little bit of left correction in there because you got that crosswind in front of the left.
Yeah.
And what we can do is we can lower that left wing. That's another way to stop that crosswind drift.
Wind at 010 at 11.
Yeah, it sounds like it's from the right, but wind sought. It looks like it's coming left right now. Right, and as we cross the threshold up here, that's the beginning of the runway, I'm going to pull the power all the way out to idle.
Alright.
Alright, the power's coming all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. We're going to hold the airplane about 5 feet off the ground. So we're going to do that with a little bit of back pressure. A little more back pressure, a little more, pull a little more, pull a little more, pull a little more. Not so much, just a little bit, pull a little more. There you go. Good. Alright, and we'll hit just a little bit of brakes. Right, we'll just turn left here on Golf.
Alright.
Cherokee 287 Papa, taxi park, have a good one.
Taxi parking, have a good one, too.
Convoy 35067 Zoll Tower, wind 020 at 10, fly runway heading, runway 4, clear for takeoff.
Yep, we'll
runway
turn
heading,
left.
clear for takeoff, runway 4, Envoy 3506.
And then once we get past these lines up here, we'll stop and we'll do our checklist.
Alright.
Right, you can go ahead and hit the brakes. Go. Alright, after landing checklist. Right here. So we're going to go flaps up. So go ahead and take your handle there and push the button and then just lower them all the way down. Good. Alright, carburetor heat off, it should be. Fuel pump and landing light off. And you can go and turn our strobes off. And then I'll set your mixture about half since we're taxiing.
Alright.
Right, and he said taxi to parking, so that's our taxi clearance. So now if you want, you can go and taxi us up there, right over there to the right, right where we started at.
Alright.
And we'll just a little less power. It don't take very much. I'll go and take over here. I'll get us parked.
Alright.
Envoy 3506, contact departure.
Departure, Envoy 3506.
Right, now we'll do our shutdown checklist. So you can go transponder to standby.
Alright.
Departure, Envoy 3506, runway heading 2000, climbing 4000.
Right, and we'll turn the avionics master off.